listening to Second Wind with Joyce Buford, where women who are ready to expand their life adventure discover the tools to stop playing small and tap into the courage required to enjoy their second wind. Welcome. Luisa Diaz is our guest today, and she is a special lady, not only for her big heart, but also for her history. Luisa is a beauty queen, and she has held the former title of Miss Venezuela International. She is a talk show host. She is a producer, an actress, a philanthropist, and a founder of the Luisa Diaz Foundation, which raises money and awareness for people and organizations that are making a difference in their community. She is particularly fond of domestic violence, which she saw played out in her family. The foundation slogan of this foundation, the Luisa Diaz Foundation, is "Kindness is Cool." I love that. A central theme to the weekly 20-minute shows. Sexy is Timeless Talks are the name of the shows. And it is an extension of her book, which is called Sexy is Timeless. Welcome, Luisa. It is a pleasure to have you on my show today.
Hi, Joyce. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the invitation. And I love your show, Second Wing. It is a pleasure and an honor to be your guest today. And thank you for the great work that you're doing. And you are empowering so many women as well. So you go, girl.
Thank you. Well, beauty has really been a theme for most of your life. You're not only blessed with talent and a beautiful woman, you just have embodied it also in how you protect and share with other people. So one of the things I want to talk about is your work with how you were drawn to the domestic violence, the work that you do that's so important these days. It is an unspoken of casualty of our generation, I think. So.
Yes. And right now through the pandemic, it has increased domestic violence because unfortunately a lot of women and children has been locked down with their abuser.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, but to answer the question, Joyce, I have my organization for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I work with domestic violence survivors. Mm-hmm. And I have been doing this work through, you might say, what was my motivation for, why I choose. And unfortunately, since I was a little girl, mm-hmm. I grew up in Venezuela with my beloved grandparents. And I adore my grandfather and my grandmother. And but unfortunately, I saw abuse in the house since I was little. I was 5 years old, and sometimes the abuse was real bad, Joyce. That we have to sleep on the street. And,
oh my goodness!
And as a little girl, when you are a little girl, 5 years old, you are a little angel, and things that happens in your childhood, it really stay there for a long time.
Yes.
Yes. And define you. So the moment when I become a woman and I moved here and I did many things in my life, TV, I was working on television, I was producing, I was doing many things. And when it was my opportunity to give back to the community, I say I do want to create an organization, and I want to create an organization that offer opportunities and help domestic violence survivors. And I did it in honor of my beloved grandmother, because my grandmother, by then in Venezuela, she didn't have those opportunities. Nobody was there to, there was no a hotline where you can call. There was no an organization that you can go. There was no a church that you can spend the night. If you have to sleep on the street, you didn't have nobody at that moment. And so I created this organization on my beloved grandmother to offer opportunities to women like my grandmother never had. And so it has been, and my grandmother is my hero, Joyce, because my grandmother has 15 children, 15.
Oh my goodness. Large family.
Last she raised me, so I was child number 16. So imagine, Joyce, by then a woman, my grandmother, which I adore my grandmother, she's not here with us already. She's in heaven. But imagine how bad the abuse was, that I don't want to be graphic, but that she didn't have an education. She didn't have a job. She works very hard at home. She was a housewife. And she had no money. And imagine how bad it was that she left and never looked back with 15 children.
She left. Wow.
She left my grandfather. She left my grandfather, and she never looked back. And my grandfather, of course, he wants to her back, but she knew that he was going to, it was so many broken promises that she knew that was going to happen. And that's the reason that she is my hero. And that is why I do this work. And that's and that the work that I do, Joyce, inspired me to really write the book, and where I work, because I have an opportunity to work with domestic violence survivors, and with the organization that I work is called as well Safe Passage, which is a nonprofit. And we help women to break the cycle of domestic violence. Not only the women, but also we provide help for the children as well. We provide counseling. Sometimes we have women who their husband or partner has break their faces and their teeth. And we have doctors and dentists who has been angel, who really help these women. And we help them to find a job. We help them to. So at the end of the process, because they have to be committed, because every woman who is going through this situation and she's going back to their partner over and over again, she's not going to change her life. But if you choose to really change the life and move on with the life, that's when we help you. That's when we really help you and your children. And if the woman made the decision that she wants to work, that she wants to learn some skills, she wants to feel better about herself, so then I come and I talk to them. And at the end, it's like a 1-year commitment. And at the end, I have a runway, a fashion show, which I use. Yes, it's a celebration. Yes, and it's a celebration. And I say, we're going to have a fashion show. And when I say fashion show, the women will say, no, I'm not pretty. I don't feel good about myself. Because, the abuser know how to break your self-esteem. And I say, no, this is not your regular fashion show. This is a fashion show of hope. This is a fashion show of new beginning. When you are walking the wrong way, I want you to really walk and think, nobody's going to hit me again. Nobody's going to put me down again. Oh my God, Joyce, you can see the light in the eyes of these amazing women. It's like they find their inner strength and we transform them. And it's a beautiful, beautiful. And that the work that I do with the ladies, it really inspired me to write my book, Sexy is Timeless. Yes, because, society has misrepresent, like if you say the word sexy, it means like you have to show, your assets or too revealing or too provocative. No, sexing is something that is appealing and interesting. So the assets that I talk about it is about confidence, how to gain your confidence back.
Yes.
And I talk about confidence, and you gain your confidence back, Joyce, is through the doing. And the doing gives you that knowledge. And the knowledge allows you to embrace who you are, your individuality, to celebrate individuality. No, you don't have to be like everybody else. You are beautiful and you are unique and you are enough. Mm-hmm. So in my book, I talk about that, and I talk about kindness. Kindness is the new sexy, Joyce. Okay.
I like that.
Yes.
Sexy. Yeah.
So this has been my inspiration of my book, and I talk about the 10 sexy assets that lie within you that have nothing to do with physicality. Don't get me wrong, Joyce. I like to look fabulous, but it goes beyond all of that because, what is sexy really? Sexy is something, is made you feel something when you are feeling good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Good. It's confidence, right?
Yes.
So why they always say, I really ask a lot of people, what is sexy to you? And they always say confidence. Someone who is confident, men and women, someone that is confident. And that's true. Sometimes you can be most beautiful, what is beautiful in society. Society has the stereotype of beauty.
Yes.
And sometimes this person, he or she, is not as confident. And you will think, like, wait a minute, she or he is so beautiful. Why she or he is not confident? It has nothing to do about your size. It has nothing to do about how you look. It has nothing to do about your color or background. Confidence is a feeling, and sexy is a feeling. It's about feeling good with who you are in your skin.
Mm-hmm. How do you begin teaching this to women that have gone through abuse? I mean, they've made the decision to leave, but how do you begin that rebuild of confidence?
Well, the rebuild of confidence, it is for women who has been abused. Mm-hmm. It is a process. And I like to really talk to the women, and we need to do a little work. And
yes.
Hard work. And I always say to the ladies, if you want to have something different, we have to work on something different. Yeah. And we need to do a little work. And that little work is we need to do a little bit of self-discovery. You need to really invest time to get to know yourself.
Oh, definitely. Yes, I agree.
And then what is the mean? Mm-hmm. What do you like? What do you dislike? How do you want to be treated by people? How do you want your loved one to treat you? You need to talk to yourself. You need to write all of this down. Because when you know and you write it down, then when you say, oh, wow, well, I like to be treated with respect, but I have not been treated with respect. I like to be treated with kindness, but wait a minute, I have not been treated with kindness. So then you have to change it. And you have to say, now on, this is the way I want to be treated. This is the way I'm going to be treat others as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it is start with us, Joyce. It is an inner work, because I can sit here and talk and talk and talk and talk. Mm-hmm. And you too. And we do the best from our heart and passion. But the work, we hope that it motivates someone to really do their inner work and to really make that decision. I want to be better. I want to evolve. I want a new change in my life.
Yes. Yes. You mentioned self-worth, and when we respect ourselves, then we are on the path to self-worth, are we not?
Yes. Self-worth is like, I talk about standards and boundaries.
Yes.
And sometimes we women forget our standards. And what is our standards? Is your core, is all that you like, is what makes you what you like. If you like to be treated with respect, that's your standard. So if someone is treating you with disrespect and that behavior is unwelcome to you, that is when you put your boundaries. So sometimes we forget to put our boundaries. And when you put your boundaries, then you are respecting yourself.
Yes.
And you are saying, I am worthy.
Yes.
I am defending myself. I am defending for who I believe I am.
So when you say you set a boundary, is that you set the boundary by acknowledging with the person maybe that's not being honorable with you or not being respectful of you, and you call it out? Or is it just that you make decisions to not be in that situation again?
Both. It can be both.
Yeah.
Yes. For example, if you know that you have been, for example, invited to an event that is not something that is not appropriate to your personality or to what you stand for, you put your boundary and you decide not to go there. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's right. But also, if you are speaking with someone and someone tells you to respect you or curse you for no reason, or yell at you at work for no reason, you have to put your boundary and say, excuse me, without yelling. Excuse me, but I appreciate that you do not raise your voice to me, and you're going to speak to me, please do it with respect.
Yes.
You need to stand up for yourself, and you need to believe that you are worthy to really put your boundaries there.
That's a big thing for most women. I can even with myself, because I did go through a divorce, I can remember the time when you lose your voice in a marriage, and it's so hard to express that. So I can imagine women that experience physical abuse. That would be really difficult.
It is. It is a very difficult, but there is always hope, Joyce. Mm-hmm. I do believe in hopes, and I do believe in opportunities, and I do believe in second chance, and I do believe that each of us, we have to give us the second chance. Nobody's going to give it to you. You need to give it to yourself. Do not expect somebody come to rescue you.
Oh, yes. Right.
If you need help, go and look for help. If you need to speak to someone, go and speak with that someone. You do not wait someone to rescue you, because that's not going to happen. You need to control of your life. You need to make a choice. What do I want? How do I want to live my life for the rest of my life? How? And take accountability. We need to take responsibility as well. We need to take responsibility and become self-aware. What
Yes.
are we doing? What are we doing? What behavior we are repeating constantly and constantly the same thing? Maybe if you become self-aware and you want to change, maybe this is an opportunity for you to do those little change.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a process. It doesn't happen one day. But if you want it, you will do it. Because we have done it with so many women.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
now they have their strength, they have their wing, they are flying, they are a go girl, and I'm so proud of them.
I wish I could be there for graduation to see their faces.
Oh my God, you have to come for my next event. My next, I'm not going to do it this year because usually, because you know what, we're living through the pandemic.
Yes.
But I did it here in New York. I am in New York. And I used to have it first in California because I used to live in California. I did it there for 6 years. And then, yes, and I did get married. My husband is a New Yorker. And now I am here in New York, and I did it last year here, and the event was so beautiful, Joyce. And you can see it in my website, luisadiaz.com, and you can see the amazing work that we do, and you can see the transformation of the ladies. And it was such a beautiful event. Hope you can come next year.
Oh, it's so tempting. I did go to your website, as I usually do with my guests, and it was so beautiful to see the picture of the runway of hope with your ladies there all dressed up and ready to go.
Yes.
I didn't watch the video, though. I didn't know I could tap on it and see a video of the show. Is that right?
Oh, yes. You can see the ladies walking and everything. And, you know, we have been so blessed because, you know, my foundation is all about kindness. Kindness is cool, celebrating kindness. And we have been so blessed, Joyce, that Giovanni, a well-known designer, he provide all the dresses for the ladies for the day of the fashion show. And, yes, and sometimes they keep the dresses, and so it has been so beautiful. It's a beautiful day. It's a new beginning. It's like the new beginning for the ladies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have it in the city, or do you have it in a suburb, one of the suburbs?
In Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, so powerful. I know. It is. Now, I'd like to talk a little bit more about your book, because in your book, you talk about 10 sexy assets. And I know you don't want to give them all away, but I thought maybe you might mention one or two, three.
Yes, I already mentioned a few. And so in my book, Sexy is Timeless, I redefine what is sexy in this new era of women empowerment, as I mentioned before, and this about the 10 timeless sexy assets that lie within you. And the first one is confidence.
Yes.
That we talk about confidence and how do we gain confidence. And, you know, I always say confidence you gain through the doing. And Joyce, when I go to speak at college, and one of I always have the same question from girls. And the first question that they always ask me, how do I gain confidence? And I say, okay, and how do you think? Because I like always to hear people's opinion, you know. And I say, what do you think? And she said, well, you know, this is girls in 19 and 20. And she said, well, if I have a lot of likes, I put a picture in Instagram and I have a lot of likes, I feel confident. Oh my gosh, my jaw drops to the floor. And I say, And what about when you do not have a lot of likes in your picture? What's happening then? I say, oh, I feel bad. And I say, okay, that is not confidence. That doesn't give you confidence. Having 1 million likes people like your picture, that doesn't make you feel confidence. It gives you pleasure. You say, oh, people like pleasure. But real confidence, it comes from the doing. And when you go, you have a test and you're studying for that test. You study, you feel prepared, and you go on the day of the test and you answer all your questions and you feel confidence about it. Why do you feel confident? Because you prepare yourself. Preparation gives you confidence. Knowledge gives you confidence. That is a good confidence that I want you to focus. I want you to do accomplishment.
I have to stop you here because we're going to a brief commercial. And when we come back, I really want to talk more about this because confidence is the key. I do agree. So we are going to take a short break here, Luisa, and then we will be back. So all you listeners, be back with us.
Thank you.
Transformational coach, motivational speaker, and author Joyce Buford returns after this short break. Close your eyes and imagine living your life without limits. Where would you go? Who would you meet? What would you do? During an Uncover Your Hidden Genius session, you will discover what's keeping you from living your life with purpose, passion, and fulfillment of your potential. You'll get a clear vision of the steps you need to take to uncover your hidden genius so that you can live a life without limits. Sessions can be done over the phone, Skype, or in person. Find out more at www.joycebufordempowers.com or by calling 903-287-0747.
July 29th is National Talk in an Elevator Day. Why do you suppose people suddenly get so quiet as soon as they get in the elevator? Proxemics is the study of personal space. When personal space is invaded, such as in a crowded elevator, people can get uncomfortable and avoid eye contact, which explains why people going up seem to look at the ceiling, while people going down look mostly at the floor. What would be a good word for the fear of riding in an elevator? Up or downophobia, liftophobia perhaps. National Talk in an Elevator Day is supposed to help calm the fear of crowded elevators. If you don't have anything to say, you can always whistle. What's a word for a professional whistler? A siffleur.
It's words you never heard.
I'm Carolyn Davidson, and you can have fun challenging your words you never heard vocabulary with my free app, Too Funny for Words.
Welcome back to this segment of Second Wind. Joyce Buford, the author of Effortless Happiness, continues in this segment to share insights that will help you live a life of greater purpose and filled with happiness. Now here's our host, author and coach, Joyce Buford.
We are talking today with Luisa Diaz, and she has a wonderful mission. It is to help women bring their sexy back. And she talks several different ways about sexy. It's perhaps not the way that the rest of the world may think about it, but what is sexy? We have to identify it. So she has been very forthcoming. She has just finished her book that supports her belief in sexy is timeless. And so she has started telling us there are 10 segments in her book, 10 assets to being sexy. And so, Luisa, you started out with the first one which is confidence.
Yes.
And then we're moving on to another one.
Yes, we started with confidence, and it's extremely important because confidence, is like, but everybody talk about confidence, but as I was mentioning, we gain it through the doing. And the knowledge, I do believe knowledge is extremely sexy, Why is knowledge extremely sexy? I do believe and encourage always when I was to speak in college to the women to finish their education always.
Yes.
And if the women has not finished an education, to be knowledgeable about something. If you can sew, if you can do anything. Mm-hmm. I think when you know something, that is very sexy. If you know how to cook the best chicken, if you know how to cook the best dinner for your family, that is very sexy. And yes, and also I speak a lot about the new sexy kindness. Kindness is the new sexy. And one of the things that I talk about it is because, through this pandemic, we saw so many, people helping each other. And I love that. And I think that we have an opportunity and we have a choice every day to be kind, to encourage instead of criticizing, to compliment instead of gossiping, and to inspire and motivate and instead of putting people down. So we all have that choice. And it is in each of us, kindness. And so I do believe that kindness is the new sexy, totally.
I love that. Now, I am so curious, Luisa, have you always had this generous heart? Because you are very giving, I love the way you deliver and share all this information.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's a good question, Joyce.
I'm sorry to put you on the spot there.
Yes, I always have been doing this. This has been my passion. My passion. And to be honest, when I started doing this, I have zero money. I have nothing. But I just wanted to start this organization. And believe it or not, when you do something with so much passion, you draw the right people to you. And from making these events, I draw all these amazing people who were so kind. I call it a snowball of kindness. It helped me to make this event. And Mi Amor Gala, my organization, has been possible because the kindness of so many people. So I do believe in kindness, Joyce, because I have experience. In 7 years working with so many people, so many donations, so many people giving me their time, so many people helping. It is amazing. It is always, and that's why in my event, I give an award. And that award is for an organization or individual that are making a difference in someone else's life.
Yes.
That award is called Kindness is Cool, and it's a beautiful award that I give to someone who is contributing to making the life of someone better. Yes.
Right. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now,
to celebrate, there is so many things, Joyce, out there, so many great things that people are doing for each other, but we choose to only hear the bad things and talk about the bad things. But what about you, your show? What are you doing? It's great, and I celebrate you. And I think for you to be able, to someone to listen, even if you can make a difference to one person who listens this conversation, I do believe, Joyce, you had done a great job. We had done a great job. So at least one person at a time. And it's okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So I know that people are going to want to get your book. And so where do they get your book?
They can get my book in my website, luisadiaz.com. And also they can follow me at Luisa Diaz TV and Instagram, and follow me as well in Twitter, Luisa Diaz TV.
Aha, very good.
Yes.
I have to pull you back because I'm really so curious about the sexy assets.
Yes.
And you shared with us confidence, which I so agree with. Confidence is a big one. But what would be another one that you would share with us?
Well, I share knowledge.
Oh, yes, knowledge.
And
Yes.
I share kindness.
Oh, yes, you did.
Yes, and also, and I can share with you as well, laughter. Laughter is very sexy. Sometimes we take ourselves too serious. Sometimes we just need to laugh. Allow ourselves to laugh a little, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because sometimes we take everything too serious, right?
Yes. Yes.
Laughing, yes.
And laughing, sometimes, I mean, we're so blessed to live in the technology age, really. And I want to address the knowledge thing. It is so easy for us to gain knowledge on the internet by going and seeing somebody teach something. I mean, it's amazing to me what you can find on YouTube, or listening to a dynamic TED Talk. I mean, there's just so much available to us. Now, I don't bypass the importance of college and going for formal education, but for the woman that cannot afford formal education, there is a lot available to us. I know.
Yes.
I learn a lot through the internet and enjoy and laugh through the internet.
Yes, totally. And there are so many sources out there, resources. And for example, one of the I love and I will recommend these classes is called master classes.
Yes.
Love it. If you have a chance, they are very professionals, and you can learn from so many about marketing. If you are interested in marketing, if you are interested in acting, if you are interested in music, anything, whatever is your interest. So you can really take a class. And as you mentioned, Joyce, so much to do in YouTube. You just Google it and you can learn so much.
Yes. Well, I know from the coaching industry that so much more is available now than was available at the first of this year. We have just so many people are doing their work because we can't gather. They're doing their work through Zoom and other delivery services over the internet. So, I mean, it's just a time of transition. How we think about things. It's different now.
Yes, the pandemic and what we have been going through was COVID-19. So it really opened up a new opportunity for us, which is Zoom. My show is through Zoom, Joyce.
Oh, it is through Zoom?
Yes, it is through Zoom because anything right now, like everything right now, most of the shows are through Zoom. We are getting back, as you can see, the country is getting back slow, but thanks to technology, we keep going.
Yes. Well, tell us a little bit about your show.
Yes. My show is the name of the book. It's called Sexy is Timeless, and it's every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Easter time on my Facebook, and also you can watch it on YouTube in my channel called Sexy is Timeless. And what I do, I have two co-hosts. Yes, so I have two amazing co-hosts, and we always have a guest. So, for example, we just finished a show with a lady, Angelina, DIY. And the new thing right now is recycling your own clothes and refashioning and upcycling. I learned so much about recycling and upcycling. I'm so confused still. The good Joyce is that this lady is amazing, and what she does is she takes your clothes and she motivates people and inspires people to take their own clothes. And sometimes you might not have money to buy new clothes. And And also, it's good for the environment too. You don't want to be buying too much clothes right now. You wanted to refashion them. And she can make with the blouse a different blouse. She can do a skirt. She even was telling us that she do a wedding gown with blue jeans. I was like, my God, this is amazing. It is amazing. And she was giving so many tips to us, to the our audience. So that's my show. My show is about three things: inspire, motivate, and entertain. So I want you to feel good when you watch the show. I want you to laugh because I love laughing. And I want you to say, I learned something today. Oh, I wanted to check this lady. Oh, this lady says something that inspired me. Oh, I want to learn this. So this is what the show is all about. It's all about it.
Well, it sounds like fun. Now, it's on Wednesdays at 1? Or?
Yes, no, it's a Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So that will be there, I think, at 3, right?
Texas time would be 1.
Yes.
I'm 1 hour behind you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and they can find me in the Luisa Diaz TV on my YouTube, on Facebook. In my Facebook, we go live, and then in YouTube, then you can watch it and Sexy Stylish channel.
Oh, that's great. And how long is your show?
It's only 20 minutes, but sometimes we go 25 minutes. It's the conversation starts it's so interesting.
How can you do that in 20 minutes? That's really short.
I know. We have 25 minutes most of the time, but mostly I'm trying to get it 20 minutes. But believe it or not, we are 4 girls, and my other co-hosts, they are very professional as well. Samantha Besudo, she's a co-host of her own show as well, and design. And and Delena Dixon, she's an author, she's a writer, she's amazing, and she's a personality as well. So we are all in the go, and so it's a fun show. You have to watch it, Joyce.
I will. I promise you, I will watch it. I think it would be fun, and I just can't imagine that 4 women could do that show in 20 minutes or 25.
And you will laugh, you feel motivated and inspired all at once.
All at once. I mean, now you are not unknown to the camera. I mean, you've done movies, award-winning movies. I mean, Oscar-winning movies. How was that experience?
Well, I didn't win an Oscar. Let me put that out there. I wish I have.
But what an experience.
But being a part of a movie that won 3 Oscars and working with the actors and actresses that won Oscars, it was a great experience. So yes, when I was in California, I was in Hollywood and I was exploring, I had my stage where I was exploring more in the acting. I still do acting, but right now, I think I've found more my balance on writing my TV show and producing. And so, and my foundation. So I'm always busy.
You're busy. Yes.
My husband says to me all the time, I never met someone who really made herself so many jobs, to create for herself so many jobs.
Well, if you're like me, there's just not a time to sit down, it's just not possible. Maybe when I exhaust myself, but I don't get up naturally looking for the time to sit down. So it's always fun, to create and laugh. And when you can do it with other people and you're laughing, I can just imagine the 4 of you have a great laugh and sharing of ideas on your weekly show.
And one of the things that we have in common, Joyce, is that I can feel your passion, and I'm extremely passionate, Joyce, of what I do. And when you do something with so much passion, there is not a job. You don't feel like you are working at all.
I know. Yeah.
Right?
I had the wonderful time, 5 years. I was a children's museum director. I just came out of, I had no training other than I had the passion for it. And talk about play. I started to get back into the primary colors, and it was more fun. And so those are the things that we need to remember are what we're here for. To do a purpose, but do it with such love and generosity and just play, you know?
Yes, you are right. And I always say, when there is a passion, there is a way.
Yeah.
There's a way. You know, sometimes you have this passion to do something and you do not know how to do it. But you have the passion. Trust me, the way is going to appear. Things are going to unfold. The right people is going to come. You just have to follow that passion.
Yes. So how do you like New York compared to California?
Well, Joyce, I must say
love is in New York. I get that.
At the beginning, to be honest, I never liked New York because I always thought New York was very fast-paced for me and too fast. So I used to come to New York to go to Broadway. Love the shows. Love Broadway show. My husband and I love to go. And so I used to come, 4 days. That was enough. I was ready to leave. And I never thought to live in New York until I got married. At the beginning, it was a little bit, cultural shock. But now I am a New Yorker. I love New York. I love it. This is a city that is alive, that is vibrant. And even though that we are going through this pandemic and all of this, the spirit of people, you cannot kill people's spirit. And this is what I love about humanity. You know, it doesn't matter what, we will always find a way.
Yes.
Doesn't matter the problem, it doesn't matter the situation. So whoever is listening to us and is going through a difficult time, personal time, remember there is always a way. There is always a way. There is always a light.
I love that. Yeah. It's coming. The light may be dim, but it'll grow.
Yes, it will. It will.
Yeah.
And so you just have to take the initiative, whatever it is that you are facing. And we need to do that inner work as well. We need to do a little inner work. And if you need help, look for help. It's okay. It's okay to look for help. We are human. We need each other. We are not super powerful. I wish we were, but we are not.
Yes. Yeah.
We need some connection. And one of the things, Joyce, that we learned through the pandemic, as I mentioned before, we came together to help others. Humanity was helping each other.
Yes.
And that is beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful. When people are saying there is no kindness, there is kindness. You might think about different things and what's happening here and what is happening there. But also, let's see and let's really appreciate those that are doing great things. And let's talk about those things.
I so agree that some of the good things that have come out of the pandemic is that we have been given a stop. We got a great big stop sign that said, stop, listen, share, touch. We couldn't really touch, but I meant, be kind, help. I had a wonderful opportunity to write an article for a local magazine here, and it was about angels. And I loved, as my downloads would come to me while writing that article, that we have so many angels just walking around our communities that we've been able to see through their kindness and their goodness and their willing to help. It's just,
yes, the willingness, people coming out and saying, what can I do? How can I help? People put their life in danger to help others.
Yes.
And we've never seen that if we didn't go through this pandemic. So kindness exists. And sometimes, I don't know why this happened. I do believe in God. I don't know what God wants us to learn from all of this. But one of the things that I believe that we all realize is that, taking care of each other is important. Each other, human, to be kind to each other.
Yeah.
So when you thought the most important thing was your job, most of us lose their job. When you thought the most important thing, was wearing your jewelry in a fabulous event, you didn't have no to go. There was no people to go. You didn't have. So it is so. Sometimes we get stuck on so many things, but the essence of humanity is to be kind to each other.
Yes. What a beautiful way to finish. What a beautiful thought. Yeah. Louisa, it has been such a pleasure to have you on my show. I really encourage so many listeners to share this with your friends that need to know about all the wonderful things that Louisa is doing, but also about how she supports, and we want to help her sell this book. What a great gift for a girlfriend. They need this book. Yay! I think so.
Yes, you need this book. Everybody needs this book. And you know what? This book, it has no age. So it can be for a teenager. It can be for girls under 20, 30s, 40, 50s up.
That's so true.
Yes, because, one of the things for the young girls is like, oh, wow, so sexy is not only what is in the outside. Sexy is me being confident because, I am worthy because of knowledge, because I embrace who I am, because I'm kind. Oh, this is great. I didn't know this. And sometimes women under 30s and 40s and 50s says to me, Luisa, I knew all of this, but because of the noise of society, I forgot.
Yes.
I forgot about it. Thank you for reminding me,
It's amazing how many women in their 50s, 60s, 70s need to hear those same 10 aspects.
Yes. Yes, because sometimes because of the noise of society, we are too busy with the noise and we numb ourselves.
Right.
And sometimes when you numb yourself, you are not being your true self. And my book is for embracing your self-worth, embracing who you are, the beautiful that is you, and never forgetting how beautiful and worthy you are.
Yeah, beautifully said. All right. For your book, go to luisadiaz.com, and there you can buy the book, see the video of the ladies walking down the ramp, the runway of hope. Yes. And so, thank you, Louisa. We must say goodbye now, but this has been a wonderful hour, a beautiful time together.
Oh, it was so fast, Joyce. Thank you so much, and thank you for the great job that you are doing. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Okay.
So go out this week and make it a week of difference. Be kind to somebody. Help somebody. Show them the softer side of you, the side that you want more of. That's how you do it, by taking action, just as Louisa has shared with us. Yes. So thank you for being here this week. And I say, have a great week.
Thank you. And sexy is the new, kindness is the new sexy, darling. Kindness is the new Okay, bye-bye, Dad.
Bye.
Joyce Buford returns next week at the same time for another edition of Second Wind. Through the Joyce Buford Empowerment System, women are receiving the support they need through their transitions and are able to reclaim their true purpose with confidence. They receive the tools they need to map out new lives. You can find out more about her coaching services at joycebufordempowers.com.